Sarah McLachlan is a Canadian singer-songwriter. She has released 9 studio albums. Her first was in 1988, so she's had a slow but steady output. She has won a good number of awards and sold over 40 million albums, which is quite good. Hi, my name's Dan. So this is Sarah McLachlan's 4th studio album, and it's my first listen to this album. I have heard of her, but I'm not sure I would be able to tell you anything particularly interesting about her before I've done my reading for this. So I would describe this as singer-songwriter, somewhat in the kind of soft rock area, but with a kind of alternative feel to it. So it's light rock, but it's got a kind of late 90s richness to the production, some of which was, similar to some alt rock around there, and a mixing of mild electronica stuff and real instruments, and it's warm. And it kind of reminds me of, U2's Zooropa and stuff like that. But there was a lot of other stuff around at the time, and I really enjoyed this kind of sound, which is the production makes it kind of dark and warm and rich all at the same time, which is great. It's a slightly alternative sound, and it's kind of modern for then, I would say. I found it musically engaging, definitely. Quite a variety of stuff. I'm just going to pick a few out. A few things out. So the first track, called Building Mystery, has a very common chord sequence, and it actually reminded me of Free Falling by Tom Petty. But several other songs have had very similar kind of sound and feel to them. Black and White has a gorgeous snare sound. It's probably makes it my favourite track, and that says something about me when the snare sound is the thing that can make a track my favourite track. The Last Dance is an instrumental which features a musical saw, which is a great sound. It has very similar sound to a theremin, but you might not know what that is either. Musical saws they are actually a saw, and they're being played with a bow, and they have this kind of wailing, wavering sound. It's great. Let's talk about her voice. So she's got a nice voice. It's clear and expressive. She certainly can sing, and it's very listenable. I found there were shades of Alanis Morissette and Tori Amos, and maybe even Sheryl Crow and Eva Cassidy. So referencing quite a few things there. What can I say? If you don't know any of those, then I'm sorry. It's a nice voice. It's got the occasional kind of little jump in it, which is a little bit of ornamentation, which is good. I think in some ways, for me, her voice because it kind of feels like a bit of this and a bit of that, whatever. It is a nice voice, but it doesn't stand out as distinctive compared to other voices. I wouldn't be able to pick her voice out unless maybe I listen to a lot of her albums a lot more. The songs are fairly dark. I feel that they're about lost people, difficult times, dark fantasies, and maybe the album title, Surfacing, is about coming through at the other end of some darkness. Maybe I might be putting too much of my own interpretation into that. So I'm sorry. I did enjoy it actually a lot. It's a strong album. It's nicely done. Some of the critics were less wowed with it than I have been, and I think some of that is because they were comparing it to her previous album, which got really great reviews, called Fumbling Towards Ecstasy. And because I don't know that album, I think that explains why, for me, it's possibly not been overshadowed. So that album does come on this list, but quite a bit further on. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what it's like when we get there, but it's a while off now. So that's what I think of this album. What do you think? I'd love to know. Please do leave me a comment. That's it from me for now.
Unravel me, distant chords.